guys, it's Adi here, and today we're going to have a comparison between the Nokia Lumia 630 and the Nokia Lumia 530. Now of course both of these are budget end Lumia devices running Windows Phone 8.1 and Nokia Cyan, but there are some differences between them, so let's check it out. Starting first of all with the design of the devices, you'll first of all notice that they're both available in a variety of colors, including orange, green, white, black, and the Lumia 530 is also available in cyan. Now, you'll notice also that the back of the Lumia 630 is glossy while the 530 is a matte black, which doesn't have any shine to it. And that's pretty much as far as it goes in terms of material difference on the outside. Both have user removable covers and accessible removable batteries and micro SD storage. So, let's talk a bit about the dimensions of both devices. You'll notice if we put them side by side that the Lumia 530 is actually quite a bit thicker than the Lumia 630. And that is because the Lumia 530 is actually 11.7 millimeters thick, while the Lumia 630 is only 9.2 millimeters. And it also looks a lot slimmer than that in its very compact profile. In terms of weight, the smaller screen size on the Lumia 530 helps it come out at a lower gram total, as it only weighs 129 grams. Meanwhile, the Lumia 630 weighs 134 grams, which isn't much of a difference, only 5 grams between them, and which is pretty reasonable for this difference in the screen size. Carrying on to the screens, both screens are 480p or WVGA screens. However, the Lumia 630 has a 4.5-inch IPS LCD display, and that means that the PPI is 221 pixels per inch, which is actually less than the PPI in the Lumia 530, which also has a 480p display, but has a smaller screen size of 4 inches. Therefore, the PPI on the Lumia 530 is actually 246, so it's about 20 pixels per inch more, give or take some. However, not all screens are created equal. As you can see here, there's even a gray tint to the Lumia 530 screen, and that's due to using cheaper components and leaving out some of the Nokia stuff. For example, I don't believe the Lumia 530 has Nokia's clear black display, which is why the blacks look gray instead of a more darker black, as you can see on the Lumia 630. The Lumia 530 also does not have any Corning Gorilla Glass, unlike the Lumia 630, which has the Corning Gorilla Glass 3. Moving on to the internals of these devices, both devices have 512 megabytes of RAM. However, the Lumia 630 has a Snapdragon 400 running at 1.2 gigahertz. Meanwhile, the Lumia 530 has a Snapdragon 200 running at also 1.2 gigahertz. So there might be some performance differences between the two, and I'll try to run a software performance comparison to give you guys a look at how both devices perform. In terms of the storage, of course, both devices have user-accessible, increasable micro storage up to 128 gigabytes. However, the Lumia 530 launches with only 4 gigabytes on board. So you're more than likely going to need a micro SD card since the system takes up half that anyways. The Lumia 630, however, has 8 gigabytes on board and is also expandable up to 128 gigabytes. The camera on the back of both devices is a 5 megapixel camera. However, on the Lumia 530, to keep costs down as well, it is a fixed focus camera, while the Lumia 630 of course has autofocus camera. Neither of them have LED flashes, nor do they have front-facing cameras, of course, to help keep the price bracket down. Since the Lumia 630 obviously has a larger screen, it understandably also has a larger battery capacity. The Lumia 630 has a 1830 mAh battery, while the Lumia 530 only has a 1430 mAh battery, which is quite low, but hopefully the performance isn't that bad, and we're going to be running some tests to check that out as well. Of course, the major differentiating factor between these two devices is the price. Although they're both budget phones, some of them are even more budget than the rest. The Lumia 630 launched at around 120 euros free for the single SIM version, while the Lumia 530 has launched at around 85 euros for the single SIM version, which is very affordable. And of course, we've seen devices like this, such as the 520, go even further down the price line. So expect the Lumia 530 to be extremely cheap and accessible for anyone who actually wants a beginner smartphone, while the Lumia 630 might hold its price a bit longer. But either way, both are great budget phones. And what do you guys think of each device? I mean, would you prefer the 630 over the 530 given the price difference? What are your thoughts on both devices? And if you like the video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys around the next video.